Okay, procrastination. Now, I'm sure all of you have your goals, have aspirations, and just generally things that you want to do in life that you don't seem to find time to do everything that you need to do. And this is why. Okay, now tell me if I'm wrong. Most people, they have their goals, they sit down, they plan, they know what they have to do, when they have to do it in order to achieve that goal. Or they never even sit down to do that. The problem is procrastination. When you want to do something that's semi-hard, your brain tricks you into thinking you'd prefer, in that moment, to do something easier. Something that gives you instant gratification or a small boost in dopamine. That's why, for example, in school, people look to go on their phones. They look for that instant boost of gratification because it's an easier option. When you're doing the schoolwork, when you're starting a business, when you're starting a project of your own, it's hard. Your brain doesn't want that. It wants to be happiest in that moment, so it looks for the easiest route. Dopamine restriction, if you've seen my last video, was the method I took last week. I tried to overcome this imbalance between the satisfaction of work and the satisfaction of instant gratification activities. I tried to reframe my mind by refraining from those instant gratification activities until midday. I delay my indulging in such activities. As a result, I'd be more inclined to try the difficult activities, the harder ones, the ones that were going to give me more satisfaction in the long run. But if you watched that last video, you'll know how it went. It went well, but then I hit that wall again. So in today's video, I did a dopamine detox, an entire day with no instant gratification activities, no boosts of dopamine. I didn't listen to music, I didn't watch videos, I didn't look at any technology whatsoever. I even tried to refrain from speaking to as many people as I possibly could. This is exactly how that day went. The night before this detox began, I started by turning off every item of technology in my room. That included my TV, that included my Xbox, my PC, my Alexa, and even my smart light. I turned everything off, and as soon as I did, I had this overwhelming sense of relief. It was as if all of my anxiety, all of my stresses, they seemed to just melt away like nothing. I forgot all about them, and I drifted off to sleep. When I woke up, it appeared relatively late. I drifted in and out of sleep for a few hours, not worrying about what I had to do. I had nothing to do. Today, I put myself in a state of boredom and saw how I reacted. After a while, I decided it was time to get out of bed. I stepped out, stripped my bed, hoovered it, and stretched. After doing this, I was still utterly bored. There was no music, no technology, no anything. It was now time to read 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, the self-development book I have been reading throughout the dopamine restriction. And that's this. Okay, so throughout this day, I was in a complete state of boredom. No music, no technology. I was just looking for things to do. I happened to have this book on hand, and that's why I picked it up. I started reading it. And because there were no distractions, I never really lost focus. There was nothing in the back of my mind that told me, stop reading this, do something more exciting. And as such, I read 170 pages. And I can tell you that this book is one of the best books that I have ever read. Links in the description. Okay, for any of you looking to improve yourselves, to develop yourself as a person, to improve your ability to do things that you want to do, I definitely recommend this book. Having read almost the entirety of it in just this single day, I've come out with many habits and many new ideas that I'll definitely carry forward to a whole range of different aspects of my life. And I just know it's going to develop myself as a person and help me to achieve what I want to achieve. But in one of these chapters, there's an action step. You have to go out, find somewhere that you can just be alone, and find somewhere that you can really deep dive into what you want to achieve in life. What's your goals for the next month, for the next year, for the next however long into the future? You had to create a mission statement, a constant that upon reading every single day would remind you of what you had to do, why you wanted to work hard, and why you wanted to achieve what you wanted to achieve. So I set out to do just that. Okay, so the aim was to take my bike out to this place that me and my girlfriend had been and had one of our best memories together. I was going to go there, sit down, deep everything that I wanted to achieve, and create my mission statement that I would read every single day. Unfortunately, I got utterly lost and had absolutely no idea where I was going. I ended up cycling around for about 30 minutes before locking my bike up to a tree and sitting down in a random field. So after being out for what was likely 3 hours, even though I didn't know the time, this was my mission statement.
Deep down, you know normality does not suffice. You know that you control your own reality, and with this power comes the ability to live an extraordinary life. So get up each and every day with all of the determination that you can muster. Be the best version of yourself, that person that you respect. But on this pursuit, don't forget the mission. To live a full, vibrant life, free of financial worries and surrounded by those who mean the most. Don't forget to invest in yourself, work out, take courses, develop your ability to engage and communicate with others, but also renew your body and mind, and always stay true to yourself and let go of anything that fights this. Invest in others and in your relationships. Be kind, be honest, be sincere, respectful, caring, loving, and listen to those around you. Take time to renew these relationships, meet people, listen to them, appreciate them, and just enjoy spending time with those who mean the most to you. But don't forget to invest in your future and your passions. Study, look at opportunities, seize them, make that leap, start that business, work on your streams of income, and make memories and experiences that are going to last you a lifetime. So every day, do something that betters yourself, do something that betters your future, do something to renew your relations, and do something every day to renew yourself. At times, this will seem difficult. There will be setbacks, and they will make you feel awful, depressed, maybe even lonely. Know that with every event, you can choose to be emotionally controlled or be the controller. Whenever life tries to make you feel do the opposite. Now don't just sit there, get up and actually do it. So yeah, that was my mission statement. Having been outside for almost 3 hours, allowing myself just to deep dive into everything I wanted to do, allowing my thoughts just to go wherever they wanted to go, using the tools that I found in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, I created that mission statement. That is now going to be my driving force every morning when I wake up. I'll be allowed to change it, I'll be allowed to alter it as time goes on, but that ultimately is going to be the constant that keeps me going throughout the next however long. But anyway, then I cycled home because the day was not yet over. In fact, when I got home, I caught a glimpse of my kitchen clock and it was actually only 2 o'clock. So I went upstairs, put the new sheets on my bed that I had stripped earlier that day and took a nap. Because even though it was only 2 o'clock, the fact that I hadn't been on any sort of technology made it feel like the entirety of the day had passed and I was utterly knackered. But then when I got up after what I believed was about an hour, I was again bored. So I got out my 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens and continued to dive into the habits in the book itself. After another hour or two, I decided it was time to change up the content itself. And so, having printed it the previous day, I began reading The Metascript Method by Mark Cuban. And this explains a journaling method that essentially aims to help you solidify any habit that you're trying to create. It gives you a whole number of different activities, including diving into the version of yourself that enjoys the activity, but also the version of yourself that really hates it and is the reason why you're limiting yourself and not participating in this habit. It allows you to kind of bridge the gap between the two, and when combined with the journaling entries that Mark Cuban describes, it really acts as a powerful tool of reversing that self of you that limits you and enables you to create a strong, lasting habit. I'm not going to go into the details now, but if you do want me to make a full video on that, let me know in the description and I will try and do my best to do that. Having read all 40 pages of this method, the day was coming to a close, and so I brewed a chamomile tea and took a walk up my road. I watched as the sun set and the light faded, and really consolidated on everything that I did that day and how I was going to use it to progress moving forwards into the future. What was I going to do in the next week, in the next month, to really act upon everything that I'd learned in this detox and everything that I'd learned in this day.
Okay, so it's now a week later and I thought I'd just do a kind of summary of everything that I've learned throughout this week, having done the detox, and just everything that I'd recommend doing should you want to undertake this. What I definitely found throughout the entirety of the detox was that the difficulty wasn't in not going on any of those instant gratification activities. That wasn't the difficulty. Once you've made your mind to commit to it, you do commit. In doing this activity and doing this detox, you're already gearing up to make a change in your life, to do something that's going to improve your ability to tackle the difficult ideas. So you're not going to back out from this. It's pretty much the easiest step that you have to do. You literally have to sit there and do nothing, get bored. You're not going to back out
out from that. I found the difficulty was setting yourself up for success and to make the most of the detox itself. I definitely found that it was helpful to put in my room or around the house things that I was going to benefit from looking at or reading. Hence I had this book just on my desk. I was just going to read that because it was on my desk. I actually read it and that was really helpful. I also printed off this meta method the night before, and because it was there and because I was bored, I picked it up and read it. So by surrounding yourself with things that you think are going to benefit you but that you otherwise wouldn't really read, you're setting yourself up for success in this detox. It's going to make your whole experience a lot better and it's really going to put you into a better position coming out of it. As for the next week, there's been a noticeable difference in my mindset. It hasn't necessarily cured all of my procrastination issues. I still have been procrastinating in some forms, but I've definitely refrained from all of the mindless scrolling, just watching Netflix unnecessarily. It's much more moderated. I definitely use it as a sense of relief having accomplished something, or relief having done something more productive or more useful. There's no guilt necessarily anymore, especially having that mission statement now. I've changed my whole outlook on what I want to be doing. I found myself enjoying the process a bit more and sticking to what I want to stick to. This Metascript method has been really good. I haven't dived right into that yet. If you want me to make a video on that, please let me know in the comments and I will try my best to do that. As well as that, the mission statement that you saw earlier in this video, I'm more than happy to re-upload that so that you can just watch that at any point if you found it really helpful. Again, if you found that helpful, drop it in the comments and I'll re-upload that as a separate video. But ultimately, the whole experience has been a very positive one. I've come out of it appreciating the fact that I've got all of this technology, appreciating the fact that it's right there at my fingertips, but also knowing that it's there and knowing what I could do without it, or what I did on that day, has really helped me to limit my usage and found just more enjoyment and just satisfaction in day-to-day life and doing the stuff that's difficult or doing the stuff that's hard. So it's definitely changed my mindset. It definitely helped shift that balance so that I'm more willing to tackle the difficult things. But in addition to that, I think one of the reasons why people procrastinate doing difficult things a lot is because they have so much to do and it kind of overwhelms you. And I feel like doing this has really enabled you to prioritize what's actually important, what you actually are going to be benefiting from doing the most, or it's at least helped me to kind of give myself a bit more clarity and ease in doing the things that I want to do, but also doing the things I know I should be doing. And sticking to that mission statement of doing something every day that's going to better my health, better my future, better my relationships, better all of that, it definitely helped me to prioritize that and live less stressed on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I'm only a week in, or a week after this detox, but I'm definitely noticing the change and all of the positive benefits that have come out of it. If any of you have tried this, please let me know in the comments and share your experiences of how this has benefited you or how maybe it hasn't, because I'm offering quite a good side to this story, but it might not always be the same for everyone. Some of you might find it doesn't help at all. Some of you might find it helps in an insane amount and you just succeed in everything that you want to do. Okay, that is it for me today, I'm afraid, but I am going to leave you with some bloopers of the earlier clips when we were in the fields and just trying to film everything, all of the B-roll, all of that. But if you did enjoy today's video and want to see more things like productivity tips, fitness tips, study tips and all of that, please subscribe, please like this video, drop a comment and turn on post notifications so you know whenever I drop a new video. Hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one.
That's a big B.
You know which plan it is?
You got him.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so procrastination. Now I'm sure
Sorry, this is shock.
Oh,
That was pathetic.
action. But oh, the phone. I'm just gonna not have any of that in. But then what did I say before?
Zoomed in, you didn't see the lighter bits on the edges and the floor?
I've got an idea then. What if I go out, walk in, out. That's fine. What I'll do now, you ready? I'm gonna whip this completely across the thing. Did that go completely across the room?
I have no idea. Do it again. Just do it again anyway.
Yeah.
No.
How close? Tell you what I do. You ready?
Just launch it at me.
Alright, let me try that again.
Actually, no, I do kind of care. That definitely filled the frame. Don't you worry.
Oh wait, it has to go over and then drop out.
Yeah, go on then.
Imagine the wheel just pops off.
Wait a minute. There you go. Wait a minute, just walk back a second, just in the frame. Keep walking back, there you go. Yo!